Hello students, myself Dr. Sunil Rajoria, Assistant Professor in Chemical Engineering Department, MIT Meerut. In this video lecture, I will discuss about the process utilities in chemical plants. What are the various process utilities? Here we can see that the word utilities is used for the ancillary services needed in the operation of any production process. These services are normally supplied from a central site facility, and these services include there are various process utilities such as following electricity, fuel for fire heaters or fire heaters, fluids for process heating, fluids for process cooling, process water, compressed air, and last one is inert gas supplies, usually nitrogen. Now I will tell you the important process utilities. First one is electricity. The electricity demand of the process is mainly determined by the work required for pumping, compression, air coolers, and solids handling operations. The power required may be generated on site. It will more usually be purchased from the local supply company. Some plants generate their own electricity using a gas turbine cogeneration plant with a heat recovery steam generator to raise steam. The overall thermal efficiency of such systems can be in the range of 70 to 80% compared with 30 to 40% obtained from a conventional power station, where the steam where the heat in the exhaust steam is wasted in the condenser. Now I will tell you about the fire heaters. The fire heaters are used for process heating duties above the highest temperatures that can be reached using high pressure steam, typically about 250 degrees Celsius. The process steams may be heated directly in the furnace tubes or indirectly using a hot oil circuits or heat transfer fluids. Now I will tell you about the steam. Steam is the most widely used heat source is in the chemical plants. Steam has a number of advantages as a hot utility. The temperature at which heat is released can be precisely controlled by the controlling pressure of the steam. This enables tight temperature control, which is important in many processes. Condensing steam has very high heat transfer coefficients, leading to cheaper heat exchangers. And the steam is non-toxic, non-flammable, visible if it leaks externally. Now the fluids for process cooling or process water. The water, as you know, water required for general purposes on a site will usually be taken from the local main supplies unless a cheaper source of suitable quality water is available from a river, lake or well. Now in this lecture I will tell you about the demineralized water. What is demineralized water? The demineralized water is in which all the minerals have been removed by ion exchange. Now the next is the compressed air. Compressed air is needed for general use for oxidation reactions, air strippers, aerobic fermentations process, and for pneumatic control actuators that are used for plant control. Air is normally distributed at a mass pressure of 6 bar, that is equal to the 100 psig, but large process air requirements are typically met the standalone air blowers or compressors. Now I will tell about the inert gas supplies, usually the nitrogen. You know about the nitrogen, where a large quantity of inert gas is required for the inert blanketing of tanks and for purging this will usually be supplied from a central facilities. Nitrogen is normally used and can be manufactured on site in an air liquefaction plant or purchased as liquid in tankers. Nitrogen and oxygen are usually purchased from one of the industrial gas companies via pipeline or a small dedicated over the fence plants. So these are the various process utilities in the chemical plants. Okay, thank you.